This is the Doctor of Talk.
Doctor of Talk.
Robert Amar.
Robert Amar.
In the Situation Room. Situation Room.
Trinidad and Tobago, a happy new year from all of us at 104.7 More FM. The station that is making history in that we are delivering to you on all mediums. We now begin our new delivery, video on demand. This is going to be a new program that is going to take the form of an overview and a weekly update that will be broadcasted via YouTube every week. It is intended to bring you in touch with what has transpired in the country for the last 7 days. I'm Robert Amar, and I'm the host of the Situation Room. And during this program, we make it a point of duty to call upon those who are responsible to take the necessary course of action to bringing to bear and doing the things that are necessary for Trinidad and Tobago to get to the next level. As I recap in this particular week, in this episode number 1, we will be referring to this as the Situation Room blog. Let me again wish you and your family all the best for 2013, and let the action begin. As we reviewed the last 12 months, it is clear that although the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago may have been serious about looking after the children of the nation, the action really has not spoken well, because as of today, the Children's Bill is still not yet part of our laws. Many children have lost their lives due to gruesome death. And any Prime Minister worth their salt would make this a priority in 2013. Definitely not making internal self-government of Tobago the priority over the children of the nation, whom the Prime Minister went out on a limb during the Christmas vacation and gave the impression of how she cared about them, talking to them and asking them to repeat after her several words of inspiration. It's a good gesture on her part, but the country requires more than a gesture. It requires formidable management. We look at the situation of the crime, and there is a conflict between the government and the people. Murders, up or down. Serious crimes, up or down. And we have a Minister of National Security that says it's down, but there are other people who say it's up. Is it up or is it down? Well, next week I will tell you whether it's up or down, because I intend to do my own research. But let's look at some of the other issues. Petrol-based industry. Lots of nice glorification by the minister and by the chairman of Petrotrin. But is it substantiated? They have had success. World GTM. Yes, okay. Give them a round of applause. And they have had success. Yes. New deep water finds. But how is that relating to the outstanding matters that they keep telling the country is going to be materializing itself into revenue? Mitsubishi, Sinopec, and others. We still do not know in this country how much oil we are importing on a monthly basis for conversion for gas. And although the subsidization has gone down from that of the premium level of gas, don't you think it is fair at this stage for them to have shared with us, to tell us how much more low-grade fuel or regular fuel was sold versus how much of the high end? It's information they have, but they have not made it aware to you, the nationals. Let's look at some of the issues that are facing us again in the country. Let's look at the roads. Let's look at the intersections and the decay And let's ask ourselves, should we really be prioritizing on building a brand new highway without having any understanding as to what it would generate in revenue? We have an idea what the expenses are, close to $7.5 billion. And we know it's going to take another 2.5 to 3 years. Who knows? It may not be finished by the time of this administration's term. It may very well be finished. Nobody can tell. The future predictions are not as good, because when you reflect on the Mayan calendar, the world was supposed to have ended several weeks ago. I am not supposed to have been here speaking with you, but I'm speaking with you. So it means to say those crystal ball or balls, whichever one you want to make it, it may not be possible for us to see very clearly in them because they may be opaque. And the only way we can tell is by measuring the success factor over a period of time. I want you to reflect on the things of Trinidad and Tobago that continues to cause problems for us. And I want you to ask yourself, what are you doing about it to make sure that you do your part? I can only assure you of one thing. I will do my part. This first blog is just to give you a small input as to what will be discussed on a weekly basis, so that you also can give me feedback. I'm Robert Amar. I'm from the Situation Room. And for feedback with regards to any of the items that I have spoken about here on this my first review in the first week of 2013, you can send it to robertamartt@gmail.com. Again, please be safe with whatever you do on the roads of Trinidad and Tobago. It is not the sensible people that cause the problems. It is the stupid and dotish ones. They are more the problem than the solution. But then again, they live. And you, the good person, you die. And we have seen that happen already at the beginning of 2013. Already, we have lost life on the highways. As I leave you, I want you to monitor the highways and see if there are going to be more police. See if the major intersections that they built along the Uriah Butler Sir Solomon Hochoy Highway, whether those nice intersections that could kill a policeman, put in the middle of the road with the crazy drivers we have, again, few of you, could end up being useful to you, the citizen. Let's not forget that in the latter part of 2012, right by the roti shop that all of us go and stop by to buy our roti on the highway, somebody lost their life right there. And you know the funny part? It's an intersection where it's supposed to be having a police post control. That tells you a lot, doesn't it? Well, until next week, when I'll be back with Blog 2, I'm Robert Amar saying cock-a-doodle-doo. It's up to you. If you want to see TNT go through, and I don't mean that negatively, I mean it positively. Go through meaning success. See you next week. Bye.
This is the Doctor of Talk.
Doctor of Talk.
Robert Amar.
Robert Amar.
In the Situation Room. Situation Room.